Good morning.
Good morning. Take a seat, please.
Thank you. Thank you. Have you already read my professional resume?
Yes. And would you like something to drink?
Yes, thanks. Thank you.
Okay. I have some questions about your son and about yourself.
Yes. What do you want to know?
What was your max level of studies?
Well, I study in the University 1. I study there in the professional of arts and management of electronical tools.
Okay, that sounds good. Now, have you worked in the other enterprises?
Yes, actually, yes. I work for two of them. I work for one named Evildoor's CEO. I was there, the graphic designer and fieldman. I don't want to talk about that. And also I work for Incorporations Co.
Okay. I got that noted. How much money did you make in this house?
Oh well, in the first one I made $1,000 per month. It was a pretty good job. And in the second one I made $12,000. It was also so good, but I don't feel very comfortable there.
Okay. Uh, we will discuss about the payment later. Now, do you have any personal project?
Well, I want to marry at the age of 27. I mean, in a regular age. I also want to have a house, not so small and not so big, and have kids. Why not? Two of them maybe. And why not a dog? I always love dogs.
I read that down. Now, I want to ask which driving programs you work better?
Okay, I work better with one named Krita. It's a really good drawing program. I also know how to use the Photoshop for rendering and all that. And I also work with Adobe Animate.
Alright. Alright. Now I want to know what your strong points are.
Well, my strong points. I will say I know how to work in a team and a group of persons who with the right capacities. And I also accomplish all the commissions and all the works that people send me, people get to me. I also would say I know how to work when there's a pressure situation, and I think for the work I'm going to, I think that's a good thing.
Okay. Now I want to know if you have professional record.
Well, professional recon. I have a paper for my university in excellence. I also have a recognition of, it's a small internet page, it's called Newgrounds. I start working there for a small time. And I know if this counts, but I have recognition for a network I'm working on with.
That sounds great. Now, what are your objectives of enterprise?
Of this enterprise, my objectives. Well, I will say I want to get the experience of work with a big enterprise, another big level, get another step further in my preparation. I also will say I want to know people that work here, that see if there are people like me that have the same objective. I also, if no offense, but I also want to get money and pay some bills I made around myself in these years, if possible.
Right. And what do you consider are your weak points?
My weak points, I will say I'm sometimes very lazy, and I could see that when I get to my break point. Sometimes I don't get commissions on time, but mostly of the time I made it. The laziness only comes on my personal projects like self-drawings, comics, animations, all that. I also will say I'm sometimes there are people that I don't get to know to work with. They get me to my point. I don't know. I just don't work with them. I would say that those are my weak points.
I see. I have to know why how many people do you live in the moment?
With how many people I live at the moment? I live with my girlfriend at the moment. We're planning to get married. We used to live with their parents in their house, but now we moved out and now we live alone in a small apartment.
Okay. With what kind of drawing style do you work with it?
What kind of drawing I work better? I will say it is the cel shaded or the sketch one, but I know how to work various like painting or 3D modeling, a little of it, not so much.
Really good. Do you have planned to start your own corporation or studio?
My own composition studio. Actually, I'm working with a group of friends on that. We're making a little, how would say, studio of animation, and we're trying to get as many people possible in there. It's going to be big. We want it to be big.
Okay, great. Now, as professional, what are your terms and conditions?
My terms and conditions. Well, I will say my work is pretty good. And I work a reasonable amount of money, so I will say this. I want a medical secure for me and my future wife, and I want the payment of the 60%, but I can work anytime you want. If that's and that's those are my conditions.
Okay, we will consider it. Are you disposed to take a test in the hand manner, social, psychological, and health?
Of course I will. I don't see why not. I mean, it will help to tell why I can offer and why I can't offer. I mean, that's for what they are, no?
Right. For the last question, what other things do you know to do?
The the other things I know to do. Well, I know how to drive if that's for you. I also know how to use all the Microsoft Word programs, and I know how to take the phone calls. I know how to answer and give information, and again, it is for use. I know how to cook.
Okay, okay. I have the noted thanks, Mr. Almazan.
Okay.
We will be having you in around 2 days
Okay.
with for our cat.
Okay. Thanks. Thanks. It was a pleasure, Mr. Krause.
You're welcome, and thanks for your time.
Thanks. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah.
What your times? Like something to drink? Dale, güey.
O sea, estás preguntándole si le gustaría algo de beber y no tienes la jarra aquí, güey.
Güey, pues te ¿para qué la puta la quitas?